Well, okay, last episode, or 2 episodes, I have no idea how that's worked out, because there's a whole lot of stuff that I had to fast forward, so I couldn't really keep track of time. It's all editing, it's all up to editing, Tom, so I don't know, maybe a long episode or whatever. Yeah, but now I'm going to time this episode, so let's explore more, yeah!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, okay, well, I realise that you can turn off monitors, so I'm just sort of playing around. Seeing what I can interact with, really. Ooh. Input. Oh, I've put in something. Alright.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered.
Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh.
Wow, yes,
Bored.
this room.
Bored.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Aww, it's just led back here. Alright then, okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nope. Staying here. I'm just gonna stay here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Yeah.
No reason to still be here.
Woo! Yeah! This is awesome!
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm interacting with this broom.
Are you
Kind of.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing?
It's
Why?
tragic.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Alternate ending! I want the alternate ending! The broom closet ending!
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah. I find it fun! Yeah!
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
It is! It
I
is!
hope your friends find this concerning.
They probably will. Yeah! Broom closet
Stanley
ending!
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Wait, what?
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Hey.
That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, who is it? Meh.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
What?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Wee!
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Hello.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Yeah.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Much better than Tom. Yeah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, there's nothing... I've done playing, I'm not going to keep that up. There's nothing down there, there's only one ending down there. But... Alright, let's go up. See what was in the other ending, what happens if you actually end the game. Ooh! This didn't open before. Business strategy. It's just a guy holding a gun to a panda. Secrets, yeah! It's the elevator. They didn't say escape on it. Wait, why are we going up? Are we underground? Ooh. Ah, this is the life. This is what Stanley Parable should be like. Just gonna lie down here. This reminds me of that, oh, what is it? Is it off Gary's mod, or is it just a source thing all by itself? But it's in that, it's that game where you just, maybe like with a few friends, and you're just in an elevator. What if this elevator door opens? It's just going to be really random, like, levels that you stop at, and you just look outside, and there's like a dinosaur, or just some detective. It's taking too long. What? 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 Yeah! There's nothing to do here. Is that really just an Easter egg that's just that? Wow! Alright, let's move on.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
I had enough of that in the elevator! Oh, come on. Wow, is this game really I was not expecting that.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah. Alright. And down here. Wait, is there anything else through here? Oh, I can't see anything. I just... no, okay, yeah. I can't really move anymore. It's just, it goes straight there. Gets me every time. What happens if you manage to push a button and then escape? Which is like the lift leaves without you. Oh, narrator didn't do his thing. I pushed button and that light just went off. No, doesn't do anything. Alright, well, let's see what happens.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Very well. Let's see what's through here. This is quite possibly the actual ending. Wow. And you can't tell how far down the thing goes. It's not quite accurate to what the guy said and the narrator said in the demo, but yeah. Big button with a light bulb.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. Ooh. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We've already been here like, what, 2-3 times? Just from... Oh, where's the... There it is! We were up there! Don't you remember, narrator? We were just up there. No, these don't do anything. We already saw... Oh, it depends if I moved around the edits, but I've already saw that this in the thing. Maybe.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright then. So, ooh, spooky. Wow. I'm really impressed with, like, this room. And, like, a whole load of the rooms. But this room, like, just the atmosphere of this entire
mind
place.
Control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ooh. I wonder if these buttons actually do anything. They're numbered, so what if I press them? We'll find button number 1. Oh, what's that up there? Well, there's just so much mystery. I know I'm just gonna miss stuff, and this game is just... Okay, that's 4, so... I want to see what happens if you press these buttons in order. Because I don't know. I just have a feeling that will do something. There's this thing that does something. I want to see what... I kind of want to see like what happens if you just step into that thing. It might be nothing. But, I don't know. I'm kind of scared to do so. Unless if it does stuff. 1, 2. Alright. And then we'll come around to 3. Which is here, right? Yeah. 3 and 4 was up there. Is that 4? I think it was. Let's go see. I don't think there's a time limit. So 4, yeah. 4. But there are only 5 buttons? I don't know. Where's the 5th button? I don't want to click anything else. Unless it's the 5th button. And 5. Here it is. It did nothing. Power facility. Oh, I want to interact with stuff. I love that. Alright. Let's see what happens if you jump on this. Yeah. No, nothing. Aw. Thought that was gonna be something. There's a door here with a red light on it, but there's light coming. No? Nothing? Ah. There's so like there's achievements as well. I've had a look at the achievements because when I came back on, and I'll show you here. Yeah, is that I've earned 2. That was the jump, but let's go into it. I'm not sure if this will record, but yeah. Going into here, it's taking too long. I'll just show you. So basically, I got that achievement. You can't jump, as you saw in the previous episode or whatever. The one where we were doing Minecraft. But yeah, I also got a one for just logging back on. And there's all these achievements. So, yeah. I really want to see if I can complete those. There doesn't seem to be anything here that we can do. It's just all aesthetics. I don't know. It might just be a big red herring. That's the problem with this game. You just don't know what to expect with anything. Alright, system power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Ooh.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Oops.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Yeah!
Oh,
Stanley,
put it like that.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
What?
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
The door.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
What?
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What do I do?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door, or everything, anything. Something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
Big red
That this
button.
video game can be beaten? One
Big
sole
red-
support. Do you have any idea what your purpose in this
Written
place
into
is?
passcode. What? Pass?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. But this is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
No.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.